My name is Timothy Holland, and I'll be going over how do you see light and how does the brain transduce light into action potential nerve impulses, while including rods and cones in the eyes. So, starting here, you have your light source. It could be sun or the light bulb, anything that creates light as an external source. It's going to come to an image, let's say the image of a table. The image actually, the table actually absorbs all the light except the color that table is. So let's say it's a brown table, it's going to absorb every spectrum of light of color except brown, which is then seen by the eye. So those light waves then travel through the lens and the pupil when someone is actually viewing the table, through the lens and the pupil, goes to the back of the eye to the retina. The first thing that the light waves hit when it comes to the retina are the cones and the rods. There are three separate types of cones. We have short cones, medium cones, and long cones, depending on the type of light wave that it's coming in contact with. The cones are able to distinguish color, while the rods, on the other hand, distinguish between brightness, so either light or dark. So once light waves hit the retina, they're going to hit the cones and the rods. They're going to go through the synapse and hit the ganglion cells within the retina. That is where the action potential is actually created. It's an electrical charge that is then sent through the ganglion to the nerve fibers, out of the retina to the optic nerve, to the visual cortex, and the occipital lobe of the brain. And that is where image is transduced in terms of an outside object being seen or being viewed by that person. Thank you.
I'm Cheyenne Brown. Today I'll be talking about ion permeability, chemical and electrical synapses, and action potentials. In the cell, we have an electrical potential difference between the inside of the cell and the outside surrounding extracellular fluid, which is known as membrane potential. This is important for muscle and nerve cells because they transmit and code for different information to send to different cells. And there's two factors for the movement of ions between membranes, and this is the concentration gradient and the electrical potential difference. And the chemical synapse is a cell-to-cell junction that sends nerves in one direction from one neuron to another, or from one neuron to a non-neural cell. And the electrical synapse is the nerve impulse transmission of between two neurons via gap junctions. And these synapses are responsible for the reflexes, the heart, and the retina. And action potential is a part of the process that fires neurons, and this is when the neuron membrane opens to allow positively charged ions inside and negatively charged ions outside the membrane. And this process occurs rapidly, and this is the electrical impulse is carried down the nerve through a series of action potentials.
Hello. What happens is when we see an image, it comes in through the pupil and the lens. The image is then flipped, as we know. The brain sees everything upside down to the retina, and within the retina we have the rod and the cones, and the light image excites the rods and the cones on the photopigment, and the change in shape results in the action potential, a biochemical action potential, resulting in a hyperpolarization of it. And when it's hyperpolarized, the action potential is going to continue and go on. The ganglions right here, you see the synapses and the receptors, and we got the rods right here, which all connect. And the cones are actually, and rods are actually in the back of the eye. So when we get that, the light comes in first, and then it comes to the rod and cone, then to the then the synapse, ganglion, the nerve fibers, and to the optic nerve. And And after all that, goes to the optic nerve in our brain. So we have one optic nerve, two of them go here, two go here on both sides. So both of them, two go to one side, two go to the other hemisphere of the brain. And our occipital lobe, which is in the back, is what's responsible, as you can see on this image, the visual cortex, responsible for vision. Thank you.